Worst to first. You might think today we're going to be talking sausage, but we're not. But since everyone eats, I thought that this would get your attention. Today, we're going to be talking about the 5 things you need to do to be successful. When I was in high school, I ran track and cross country. In running these events, I learned many lessons about being successful. Have any of you played sports, been in the band, or participated in any other curricular activities when you were growing up? Well, in my first year in high school, I started running cross country. You know what? We came in last. That's 13th in the city that year. We learned how to lose in that first year. The coach was the basketball coach, and I'm not complaining, but it was the fall, and all he was doing was watching us so he could get his stipend. He stood by the door so he could watch us. He didn't want to get wet or cold. He did not give us any direction, no planned practices. We were on our own, and guess what? Like a lot of teenagers without direction or goals, we accomplished exactly what we were working towards. Like I said, we were 13th in the city. Yes, we learned to lose that year. But you know what? Something changed that next year. We got a new coach, and he cared. His name was Salem, not his real name, but that's the one we're going to give him, and that's a whole different story at some point in time. But the journey begins. On the first day of practice, we started off with a 5-mile time trial just to see what kind of shape we were in. Understood that I swam competitively in the summer, so I thought I was in pretty good shape. I was, but I really wasn't ready for running. He darn near killed all of us in that time trial. But he had sent us a message, and that message was that to be successful, to change where we had been, we need to set goals, have a vision for the team, as well as for our individual improvement targets. We trained hard every day. We started 2-a-day runs where we would have to sprint 150 yards 20 times before school started. There was a plan for practice every day, all for improving from the prior year. We learned to run as a team in a pack. As the season progressed, we continued to improve as a group, and we started winning. I still remember the song that we listened to going to each one of those meets. I Can See for Miles and Miles and Miles and Miles by The Who. That season and the next several seasons, we won the city championship and advanced to the districts and the regionals. So why do I tell you this story? There are lessons as to what 5 things you can do to be successful as a leader. The first one is to set goals, have a vision, mission, strategy, and develop your culture. To me, this is the laying of the foundation for your business. Know what you're working to accomplish and provide the direction and tools to enable your team to work towards those goals. What does success look like to you? There's some good books to read. I would recommend The One Thing, and also things like Scaling Up and Mastering the Rockefeller Habits. Has anyone read a book on setting goals or developing strategy? I would suggest you do that in your personal development. The second thing to do is to measure your success. Now that you've set your goals, now you need to know if you're getting there. Develop KPIs or key performance indicators that drive you towards your goal. These can be daily, weekly, monthly types of measurements, just so you know if you write down your goals and measure towards your success, you increase the odds that you're going to achieve it by 37%. If you have an accountability partner, they increase to 78%. That's pretty astounding to me. Number 3 is listen and communicate. Listen to your customers, listen to your employees, understand what their needs are. What examples can you think of while listening that you were able to make changes to help move your company forward? The fourth thing is to celebrate your wins. Communicate how the organization is doing. How are we moving towards our goal? Does not necessarily need to be financial information though. What are some examples of things that you can communicate to your employees and customers that are going to show that you are moving towards the goal? And the fifth is lead by improving yourself. Your own personal development will elevate your performance, and I think maybe more importantly, in the process, you're going to elevate everyone around you. What are some ways you have used to improve yourself? Do you do audio? Do you do reading? Do you take new training skills, etc.? There's a lot of things that you can do to elevate your performance, which will elevate everyone around you. So today we've talked about 5 things that you can do to be a successful leader. If you want to learn more, contact me about ways we can work on your personal development and the growth of your company.